Okay, so by now, by watching the show, you know that we are very loyal to what's local. Local network of professionals, local produce, local farms, local businesses, the whole 9 yards. I want to introduce two gentlemen who are in the studio today, and they're only part of the organization, but the Semper Fi of Charleston is a local organization, and if you haven't picked up on the name by now, you will associate it with the Marines, right, guys?
That's correct.
All right, well, thanks and welcome to the show. Appreciate you guys coming on because I was on the internet, I was looking some things up, and I came across something about your organization. I thought, here's a cool idea. You have so many different organizations, BNI, trying to focus on businesses.
Correct.
The Low Country Business Network, which is a good one out there that's kind of taken that to a whole new level. How about in a military town, a group of local Marines who are business-oriented and having their brotherhood of networks? You know, plenty of people out there who could use the networking opportunity. So tell me how this organization started and what it's all about.
We started last year as a national organization, and we realized that we needed a more focus towards a local organization. It's similar to what you guys are doing. And so we brainstormed among some of our most trusted members, how do we bring this down a notch, away from the national organization, and bring it local? And then we decided that it had to have a local website, a local marketing initiative, and giving back to the community that is our local community.
That's very cool.
That's when we started. Let's come up with a great name. Let's run it by Marine Corps headquarters because everything you do has got to be approved.
Yeah, sure.
So we got it approved. Everything's good to go. We are now the Semper Fi Charleston.
That's awesome, and they must have been glowing with pride because there you've got their name, you know, the brotherhood out there and being used in a very positive way.
Absolutely.
Justin Fulmer, by the way, and your company is Precision Financial Services.
Correct.
As well.
Yes.
Gino Collar.
Correct.
And he has Gino Collar Locksmiths.
Yes.
You guys are local businesses. So far, you've been up and running for how long?
A little over a year.
Our organization's a little over a year old, yes.
Yeah, we just recently changed our name to the Semper Fi Charleston in December, made it official, got our own website launched, we're ready to go.
Very good.
Ready to go.
But we thought that Charleston wasn't addressing Charleston dynamics. It's a small town, everybody knows everybody, and a lot of times the limitation of having to go national just would disrupt everything. People would wander.
That's the roadblock right
That's
there,
the
getting too
roadblock.
large. Yep.
And so what we thought was a more intimate local
Yeah,
organization, and that's what we strove for.
Absolutely, and how we're different than the BNIs and the other business networks out there, such as, you know, there's also a LATIP, which isn't big down here, but it's big up north, is you join, and then there is easily going to be a 6 to 12 month hurdle that you need to get over with building rapport and building trust with the other members in that group to where you can actually see something come out of it as far as referrals for business and growing your own business.
Yeah, because you're not going to walk in one day and automatically get 12 referrals.
Exactly, because people don't know you. They need to get to know you, get to trust you, and, and realize what your character is. Well, in the Marines, you don't have that problem.
Right.
We're all Marines.
There's
know
a solid foundation there that
Exactly.
All of you know you can trust.
Exactly. Give you an example. I just bought a new home. My wife and I just bought a brand new house, and we had keys, the doors, locks, everything were on it from the builder, who's the first person I called day one I moved in. Called you, Gino. Came over next day, rekeyed all the locks, told me where the contractor keys would be found around the house, and sure enough, there they were.
There they were. Very cool.
So that's just one opportunity that I immediately was able to go straight to Gino and say, come over and do this for me.
Yeah.
And I would trust him no matter what I did.
Right. That's awesome. And everybody needs that. And sometimes it comes down to where you went to school, who you grew up with. You get to learn their character, and that takes time. You can't force that trust issue. So very cool. Obviously, the Marines are full of good moral foundation, good principles, and good management of daily life, and just upholding those standards as well. Can we go over the three? You guys have three big components. Can you explain that, Gino?
Go ahead.
Our number one component is the business network. We like to refer among ourselves because as Marines, a lot of things are already explained to us. We expect excellence. We know we're going to get excellence. Now, that's not to say Marines there aren't bad Marines. It's just that there's a limited number of them, and we police them ourselves. So like if you come to us as Marines, you can pretty much have a standard of expectation that we are going to meet. So that's the beauty part about it, is that, and I find myself going around like with Justin, I say I have a Marine buddy who, and that's my intro to referring to people.
Yeah.
So that's the business component. We also have a social component that we think is very important. We meet, we have a business meeting once a month, and then we have a social meeting once a month.
And that's good to build morale. That's
It's
good.
where you bring your family members. Sometimes we'll have it, you know, either at a bar or a bar and grill, a restaurant where you can bring your significant other, bring your children out as well.
Make
we
it a
want to get
family-friendly
exactly.
environment.
Right,
To,
as friendly as it can be, because
Absolutely.
sometimes we are
Or
Marines.
Don't forget who you are, right?
Yeah, well, we
It's
don't.
the whole
That's
point
it.
of this.
We, you know, and that's the beauty of it. We're allowed to be free with each other, is I don't have to worry about hurting somebody's feelings.
Sure.
You know, and he knows where I'm coming from. He knows where my humor's coming from. Whereas our histories, Justin and I, are completely different eras. We have a common ground that we can explain to each
Sure.
other, and that's allowed us to become friends on top of, you know, fellow Marines.
True sense of the word fraternity.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Third component is
Community service. Everywhere I served as a Marine, there was a community service component.
yeah, sure.
Including Vietnam. You know, we stopped what we were doing sometimes. We dug wells, you know, we built roads, we did all these things. We left a lot of infrastructure there, you know, and it was freely given to the locals. That's no different than this being our home.
Sure.
Right.
We feel like we want to, you know, dedicate some of our effort to bettering our community because it's our community.
Very good.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, we're about out of time. I want to mention the website, by the way. If you're interested in finding out more, you can go to semperphichs.com. My screensaver came up there at the perfect time. Apologize for that. But that's how you can reach. There's contact information on there, and you can learn a little bit more about the organization. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having
And,
us.
of course, best of luck moving forward. Make sure you have a Marine local viewing of Port City from now on, right? Can you
Most
include us
certainly.
on your agenda? That will be
Most
the next
certainly.
social
Absolutely.
event. Hey, remember, you saw it here first on Port City. So that's been another episode of Port City. Hey, remember, join us each weeknight, 6:30 p.m. If you like that episode, catch us again the next weekday morning at 10 a.m. Contact me, Nick, at WLCNTV.com, and check us out on the web, WLCNTV.com.